Yeah, hi there, Bobby, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. And you have completed 3 practice tests, 1 independent, and 2 integrated speaking practice tests from my online TOEFL course. And I'm going to listen to and comment on those now. Now, first of all, I should also open up the rubrics here. So we have integrated speaking. Okay, here's one. Now we'll need this one. And we will also need the integrated speaking rubric, right? Now the main thing is sometimes they'll give you a 3 or a 3.5, and that's not exactly how the TOEFL does it. What you will have to do is, if you want to get 26, you have to get 4.0 on at least 2 of your speaking tasks, and then the other 4 of them you need to get a score of 3.0. And that'll give you a total of 20 points out of a raw score of 25, and then that will convert in to the scale of 26 out of 30 on the speaking section of the test. So that's your goal. So right now, I don't see you as being there yet. You're getting close. But I think that maybe at this point you could get 4 on maybe one of your tasks. But I think it's going to be harder to get 4 on 2, and then some of the integrated tasks you may score a 2 on one of those, and that also is going to give you a lower score. So you have to keep working hard and think about what your goal is. So your goal here is to get 4.0 on 2 of your speaking tasks, and then a score of 3.0 on 4 of your tasks. All right, let's listen to yours.
Today, the question is, do you prefer to take essay exam or multiple choice exam? Use reason to support your response.
So I think you want to say multiple choice exams or essay exams. You want to make that word plural.
Although some students prefer essay exam, I prefer multiple choice exam because it is easy to answer and it is fair and objective to all students.
Okay.
First of all, I prefer multiple choice exam because...
And don't forget to put S on there. Now if you don't put S, you can say I prefer a multiple choice exam or I prefer multiple choice exams.
It's easy to answer. For instance, I can choose any choice that's from the most probable one to the least probable one. Whereas in essay exams, I have to write the many pages, even though I don't know very well. Second of all, I prefer multiple choice exam because it is fair and objective to every students.
Okay.
For instance, multiple choice has a definite answer which is not influenced by the evaluator, whereas the answer for the essay exams influenced by the subjective evaluator.
Is influenced by. So you want to use passive voice there.
Since it is easy to answer and fair and objective to all students, which is why I prefer multiple choice exam.
Since it is, which is why, you can't do that, because once you say since, that's a dependent clause, and then after that, if you put which, now you have 2 dependent clauses. That is a fragment. So then you want to say since blah blah blah, I prefer multiple choice exams. That would be better. So your response here, I think overall your delivery was pretty good, but you did have some language use problems in there. And I'm going to put you right now, I'm going to put you at 3.0 out of 4, or 23 points out of 30 on this particular practice test.
Hi Michael, this is Bobby.
Hey Bobby.
I'm going to post an integrated speaking practice exercise. The question is taken from my TOEFL textbook. How does the information in the student's conversation add to the information in the notice on the university policy on pets.
Okay.
The notice from the university president reminds the campus community about the existing policy.
Reminds. You want to say reminds the campus community. So reminds. It sounded like you said remains.
Against the pets. And the students discussing the reason why he issued such a notice. The president...
And the students are discussing, let's go back to what you just said.
Campus community about the existing policy against the pets. And
and I'm not sure exactly what you're saying there at about 27 seconds.
The reason why he issued such a notice. The president remains the current policy against pets on campus with an exemption for persons with disabilities.
Okay.
Also, he remains
personal disabilities.
That actions will be taken against those who violate it.
Okay.
And the students are discussing why he issued such a notice, because the professor in the biology department had a pet snake, somehow which escaped from and got into president's office. The students further says that it may be the reason why he issued such a notice to remind the campus community.
He should issue, you want to say issue such a notice. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Part of the problem here is when you get to delivery, if you want to get a perfect score, it says these minor problems do not affect your overall intelligibility. That's false. I did have trouble about 4 or 5 times in there understanding some of the words that you were saying. So, which is probably going to put you here. I'm going to put you at about 2.66 out of 4 on this one, 20 points out of 30. It was at times difficult to understand what you're saying. And maybe as you explain the ideas, try to create a little bit more, a better organized idea, perhaps by using transition words. Another point made by the speaker is, finally he says that, try to connect things together a little bit better. All right, let's go to the last one.
Bobby again. I'm going to post an integrated speaking practice exercise this time.
All right.
The question is, how do the students react to the notice posted in the library?
Okay.
The woman is happy about the notice and the man is not happy about the notice. The notice says that the rules of the library. Students can read, work, or research and study in the library. However, they are not allowed to talk, sleep, eat, or listen to music in the library. The woman feels happy because she thinks that the woman feels happy. She can study without any disturbance, because library is supposed to be a common, quiet place. Whereas
that's killing you. You can't stumble and stutter like that during the actual TOEFL. You have to be fluent. You have to be able to communicate your ideas without a lot of unnecessary pauses.
The quite opposite. He feels unhappy about the rules. He likes to talk, sleep.
Yeah, think about using a transition word, for example, on the other hand, or however, or in contrast.
The quite opposite. He feels unhappy about the rules. He likes to talk, sleep, eat and drink, and play music while he is studying.
So quite the opposite. We don't usually begin a sentence saying that. You could say the man feels quite the opposite of the woman's opinion, or you can just say on the other hand, or however.
In the library. In short, both man and woman react differently.
Both the man and the woman react differently. That was a pretty good conclusion, because the conclusion restates the purpose of the task. All right, so here, I think this is a little bit better than the one before. I'm going to put you at 3.0 out of 4 or 23 points out of 30 on this last practice test. So you're still having some difficulties with your delivery. And the word choice of quite the opposite. That was not probably the right choice of words there. I gave you a suggestion, maybe on the other hand, or in contrast, or conversely, or however, something along those lines. And then you can show how the man has a different opinion than the woman. So anyway, keep up the good work, and thank you for completing those practice exercises.